Visiting with one of the top swimmers in Class 3A here in 2019, Ashlon Koch from Lander Valley High School, just a sophomore. She is ranked first in the 100 backstroke and 100 butterfly right now, third in the individual medley. Ashlon, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and getting ready for practice to visit with me. First of all, when I talk about some of your top times and where they rank in the state, how does that make you feel as a sophomore swimmer in Wyoming?
Well, good, but I like to be ranked first, and it's good.
Well, that's perfectly fine. Talk about, what do you think you do well that makes you such a good backstroke swimmer and a good butterflyer?
In practice, when we do technique, our coaches are really, really good at teaching that, and I try putting that into all of my swims. And
is there one event over another that you prefer?
Yeah, I do. I like the 100 back the best, I think.
Why is that?
Just because it, like, in the water, it feels better. Like, it feels good.
Are you just used to swimming with your head pointing towards the ceiling?
Yeah, I can breathe the whole time. That's always good.
Okay, so since you feel the backstroke's better, what do you think's made you a good butterflyer to be number one in Class 3A right now?
I went to a swim camp, and, well, it was kind of not like a swim camp, but it was the old coach from Lander, LT. She put on kind of a swim camp for 4 of the girls on the swim team, and over the summer she helped us, and one of the things that she helped me most in was the fly, because I've never really been great at the fly until this year.
Glad to hear that it was a successful kind of camp or clinic for you. You also, I see, are in the top 3 in the individual medley. What is it like doing the individual disciplines, backstroke and butterfly, versus having to combine everything in an IM?
Well, it's much harder, obviously, but I really like the 200 medley. It's like a love-hate relationship, because I like it a lot, but it hurts so much.
Why does it hurt so much?
Because it's so tiring. It's all of the strokes, and
it sounds like you love swimming. Where does that passion, that love come from?
Well, I've been swimming for, like, I don't even remember when I haven't been swimming, for I think 8 years, 7 or 8 years.
Okay.
And competitively. But when I was little, we all were still always at the lake, Boyson Lake.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I've kind of grown up in the water.
There's nothing wrong with that. I know a lot of swimmers that have that same sentiment. You're just a sophomore at Lander. Yeah. Is there any pressure in being an underclassman, trying to get over the top of some of these upperclassmen that you compete against? I mean, do you feel any pressure to succeed at a high level?
Yeah, I always just try to do my best, but because a lot of my competitors are actually from Lander too, so
yeah,
there's not a lot of pressure because everybody's so nice. But yeah, actually swimming is just like everybody around you is usually pretty, like, nice, and it's not too hard or anything like that.
Kind of a friendly competition, you would say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, friendly.
All right, that's understandable. Now, you just mentioned something I wanted to ask you. Who is kind of your chief competition? Since you're ranked first in 3A in the backstroke and the butterfly, do you know who some of your big competitors in those events are right now?
Yes, so Olivia Fowler is really good at the 100 backstroke as well. And in the 100 fly, I'm not sure how Lily Ghost is ranked, but she's also super good, and she pushes me hard in practice as well.
How do you feel about your squad? You guys are still a few weeks away. I know you got some meets coming up this weekend, plus you've got a conference next week. State's still a few weeks away. How do you feel about your squad competing at 3A at state?
Right now, I'm feeling really good about it, actually. Like, I think we have strong competition this year too, but I think we have a good chance of winning again.
Best of luck to you. Thanks so much for the time and taking time out of your day, and have fun at practice, and we'll hopefully see you down the road.
Thank you. You as well.
Now visiting with the head coach of Lander Valley Girls Swimming and Diving, that is Shawna Morgan. I was talking with Ashlon Koch, the sophomore standout. She's ranked first in the backstroke and the butterfly. Coach, from your perspective, what has made her a good backstroker and a good butterfly swimmer to have her ranked first right now in 3A with the best times?
I would have to say that it's Ashlon's work ethic that has her ranked in the top in those events. She's also really close in a bunch of other ones, but no one works harder than Ashlon Koch. She comes to every single practice and is always swimming 100%. Like when we tell her to, hey, back off a little bit, let's swim this 100 at 80%, she still goes out and swims at 100% and still like swimming her fastest times, even in practice. So when it comes to that aspect of it, it's just that work ethic and that drive to be the best. She does not like to lose, and you can't coach that competitive edge. She just has it.
Obviously, she's got to love a swimmer like many swimmers do, but she loves the backstroke. Besides her technique, are there certain things that you say are maybe uncoachable that she has as a good backstroker?
As a good backstroker, she's what I say that stuff that she has is it's not like anything natural.
Okay.
Again, like Ashlon is where she's at because she started swimming competitively when she was probably 5, and she just has again worked so hard on making sure that her technique is perfect at every step of the way. And how can I always get better? She's always asking, what can I do to be better? What can I do to be faster? So that mindset and that work ethic is what makes her so good. And that's what, has her got this awesome technique and all of that stuff. So time, that's what does it for her.
Yeah, well, and it sounds like she had to work pretty hard on the butterfly discipline, and that sounds like it's paid off. Would you agree with that?
I totally agree. Like I said, she's always looking for opportunities like, hey, can I go to this swim camp? Can I go to this? Can I work with this coach who knows more about, this technique and this technique? And she's always seeking out ways to be better. So that in itself is what makes her the competitor that she is.
You've seen the competition in 3A, and obviously we're still a few weeks away from state, but how do you feel she stacks up against some of the better competitors in terms of maybe what you're thinking that she might swim at state?
Oh, man. 3A is going to be really, really close this year. There's 3 teams that are probably, I would say, we're all going to be within at least 20 points of each other when it comes to the end at state. So really it's going to be kind of a numbers game by the coaches on where to put people to score the most points for the team in that aspect. The good thing about a swimmer like Ashlon Koch is I can put her wherever I want, and I know what she's going to do. So it's perfect.
Well, you mentioned how close it is. What do you think maybe gives Lander an edge, or hopefully where do you think that edge might come from?
If we have an edge with the girls coming together as not just a team but a family. I think that's an aspect that Lander has in its swimming community is we're not just a swimming team. We're family, and we treat each other like family. And the best way for us to be successful as a team at state is for us to be there for each other, to support each other, and hopefully all of these hard workouts and the amount of times I make them cry in practice is gonna pay off.
Where do you feel you started, and how far do you feel like you've come even to this point? I know that you got a couple big meets coming up Friday, Saturday. I know that conference is next week. State's still a few weeks away, but how far do you feel the squad has come from where you started back in August?
Dang, we've definitely come a long way. That's one of the main things we've been working on this year is our mindset, and we're big fans of the Trevor Reagan train ugly stuff, and we've been using that a lot. And so I think one of the things that we've really concentrated on this year compared to years past is that mindset and how can we use that to be better in the water. And it's really helping people think about their technique more during practice. And like Ashlon, well, most everybody in practice just tries to keep up with Ashlon, so there's that. But, just trying, how can I be better? Yeah, this practice might be ugly, but what's it going to do for me in the long run? So I think that combined with our family atmosphere is hopefully going to be enough to get us to that championship. We'll have to see again. It's going to be really, really close.
Coach, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I greatly appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. Thank you so much.